Hello everybody, it's Christina Hepburn here from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. Today I looked at my entire journey on Mind Valley and a course called Speak and Inspire. And I saw the same person who showed up on the screen, but not the same person who came from the heart. I would like to say that I've been on a deep spiritual path all my life, and it just continues. Every day I walk this path, one present moment at a time. And when I saw myself on my videos, it was like seeing another version of me. In fact, last year, I saw the hair and the stature and the language that came out of me, and I know that it was me. But I also know that that person that was speaking was not the same person inside. And here I am today, about 14 months later, when I started that journey into the deeper parts of myself, that I see how much I have changed and how much I have evolved. What's important to me and what's not so important to me, the simpler life that I live, and this happier place that I find myself internally. I would like to say that all the things that I used to define myself as my identity or the person that I was is still there in the background of me. And I would probably still be able to operate in those areas of my life that I was fairly good at. But I know today where I am in my journey and in my internal depth that I have arrived at. I am very sure of what my divine calling is and where life has taken me. How I know that is because it's all tied in with material things, with income, with money. And before, I used to think that those things were important in order for me to find happiness and in order for me to find myself in the world, or to even operate in the world in what I thought my divine purpose was at the time. And I'd like to say that it isn't much different, because I've always known that I was going to perhaps write books or express myself creatively through my paintings, through my underwater photography, through the way that I speak to people, to my contribution to the world. However, I did not believe that it was going to be outside of a business corporate setup where it was very important to have so much of an image or an identity or material things to support or even justify what I believed in my head was necessary at the time. And now I'm embarking on a new journey, and I'm about to start traveling again in order for me to participate in the underwater photography and marine conservation practices that I am also so passionate about, and incorporating that with the spiritual principles and the spiritual depth that I have learned through the last 4 years of my life. There are many exciting things happening. I'm going to be launching my course, Blueprint of Power and Purpose, how to be the ambassador of your own life. And it is quite exciting for me to put that forth, and that I've created a 5-week course which shares my life's journey in the last year and covering the last 4 years of my life. There will be many courses coming out because they're already in the works. But today I really reflected back, because on the 11th quest I'm participating in with Speak and Inspire, today was a day that we talk about the communication that we had with people that are important in our life and how that's come forth. There are many people in my life that I have good communication with, and there's also many people in my life that are significant to me that I do not presently have good communication with. And I believe that's just the uncovering of what is still there for us human beings, that the continued learning and the continued deepening in ourselves and incorporating all the lessons that we've learned spiritually, all the lessons that we are still going to unfold into or that are going to be presented to us. And that's the beauty of life. We never actually really arrive. I always say that I'm a student of the University of Life, and look at all the excitement that unfolds in front of us. And so today I celebrate my last year in awakening, in deepening, in the continued process of being a human being, and also being awakened as a spiritual being. Now that the consciousness of the planet is going on such a full-time, fast scale, I find that it really is this way right now with the world. People like us, people who are light workers, people who are committed into contributing to the consciousness of the planet, have got to step up in their light, encourage other people to stand in their own light, and finally, just find our voice and to contribute what we've learned so that we can awaken other people in the light that they already have within themselves. This is such an important part of my journey because I'm actually taking another big leap, another big risk in letting go of what people think of me, letting go of judgment finally, and just allowing myself to be me finally and coming out of the closet as a spiritual being. The truth is we are all spiritual beings, and some of us like to hide in the closet because we think it's not cool, or we think that in our business environment we're not going to be taken seriously. That was the case with me in the last few years that I was in real estate, because I thought that if I showed up as this creative professional, somebody who was in the arts, an artist, a writer, an underwater photographer, somebody who loved scuba diving and being with the fish and the dolphins and the whales, that I wouldn't be taken seriously, that I actually could operate very astutely in the world of business. And in fact, I can. And of course, with the depth of my learning through A Course in Miracles and through The Power of Now and so many other spiritual books that have graced my life, I've found that my journey has taken me to this place where I incorporate everything in business and with spirituality, and that I needed to step in to what my divine purpose really is. And I'm going to be moving on to some different things and really stepping into the plan that I had for my life, and now I've been given the opportunity to do that. It's actually quite exciting for me, and I just continue to allow the unfolding of my life and the gifts that have been given me and the opportunities that have been presented to me. And it's really one step at a time. So please stay tuned, because my Patreon account and profile is about to come forth into the world. My YouTube channel is about to be loaded with a lot more videos, and my book is about to come out. It's so exciting. And actually my teaching platforms on Blueprint of Abundance is about to come forth and be birthed again as well. So I thank you very much for joining me today on this beautiful day in British Columbia. And I just wanted to share my joy and my passion and the continuing unfolding and rebirthing of my life. Until next time, aloha. And please remember to teach only love, for that is what you are.